Buenos Moses. If you could go back to the moment when you started taking anabolics, would you reconsider? Yes, I would. I would for sure reconsider. Coach Greg, and it's Q&A time again. So I asked some questions on my IG stories, and people wrote in. In about 5 minutes, I had too many. So here are some of the ones that I'm going to answer. Hopefully I can get through a lot of them. Some are going to be short, some may be longer. So stay tuned. Let's see what we got. John Gigi wants to know, why do you hate rice cakes? They're 30 calories per. I know it's been covered in videos, but I can't find the video. I don't hate rice cakes. I like them too much. And they're not 30 calories. The ones I have, the plain ones, are 35. The chocolate ones and the caramel ones are 50 to 60. And why do I hate them? I don't. I like them. That's like saying I don't like ice cream. Oh, I hate ice cream. No, I'm trying to eat so that I don't gain a lot of weight. Rice cakes are basically like sugar in the body. High glycemic, fast absorbing carb. Okay? Quick energy like sugar. So I hate rice cakes in the same way that I hate jelly beans or gummy worms or sugar things. I don't hate them, I love them. I love them a lot. And rice cakes are even more delicious with jam on top and peanut butter.
Celery with peanut butter is an amazing snack. Another great thing to add peanut butter to are apples. Peanut butter, because peanut butter, you can have peanut butter with them and a peanut butter to that banana.
And then the calories add up really fast. And trying to be lean, I'm trying to eat in a deficit or have a main gain, trying not to eat in a surplus, just trying to maintain everything. Rice cakes makes it too easy for me to eat. There's 14 rice cakes in a package. The kind I like ain't the plain one. It's still good, but it's going to be a chocolate one. And you think it's hard for me to eat 14 rice cakes? 14 times 50 calories per rice cake? 700 calories. I can eat 3 AZ bags. That's 2,000 plus calories. Versus popcorn, about 200 calories per bag. What do you think I'm going to eat less of? 3 bags of popcorn or 1 bag of chocolate rice cakes? So I use my head and I know what to eat and what's more filling, and the popcorn is way more filling, has way more fiber, and is better for you than the sugar rice cakes. And I'm calling them sugar rice cakes so that every time you eat a rice cake, you just think, oh, I'm eating sugar right now. Same thing. Oscar, whatever, wants to know, using cannabis regularly, my thoughts. I think that if you want to do it, you can do it if it's legal in your country. What do I think about performance and stuff? Some people smoke up before they go to the gym and work out. I can't do that. I can't function. I just go so sleepy. It's not something I can do. For me, it helps me sleep and relax. Okay? That's it. So do what you want. I don't care. If it's not breaking any laws, whatever. The better your genetics, the better responder you are to anabolics. It depends. The better your genetics for building muscle doesn't automatically mean you're going to have better genetics to build muscle. So by that I mean, you can have really good genetics, you get really big, and then you take anabolics and you don't gain a lot. Or you might not gain a lot natural, and then you take them and you gain a lot. All of us have different genetics on our ability to use the anabolics most effectively. Some are going to make more gains than others. And you'll never know what that is unless you actually do it, which you shouldn't do. Obviously, don't break the law. Isha Lashak says, you spoke French in an interview about the deadlift record. Are you fluent in French? I would say no. I wouldn't call it fluent. I would say acceptable. I can understand it and speak it enough to get by in a bad way. But I mean, I took French immersion or whatever when I was a kid, and then I just kind of stopped speaking French for like, I don't know, decades, and so now I can still do a little bit, enough to get by, so to speak. When did you know that you want to become a professional bodybuilder? I would say the year that I turned professional was the year that I said, I think I want to be a pro. So 2012. Before that, I just knew I wanted to get bigger than last time or leaner than last time. Just wanted to make improvements. I didn't think, oh my goodness, I want to be a pro when I get older. It was like really hard to get a pro card back when I used to compete. It's not like now everyone gets a pro card. Everyone's a pro. 17 different divisions. We're all pros. No, back then there was bodybuilding. That was it. So I wasn't really a realistic thing because everyone that was a pro was so huge. So it wasn't until I was like in striking distance of that where I was actually like, oh man, I could actually win this. I'm actually pretty freaking good. I was always a smaller guy, and I'm like, how am I gonna get a pro? Like, it didn't seem possible until I got bigger, and I was like, man, even though I'm still smaller than everyone, I'm still winning because of my symmetry or whatever was good enough. And so the year I turned pro, probably after I won provincials, I was like, yeah, maybe I can win pro card this year, which was probably like 5 or 6 months before I actually turned pro. Okay, there you have it. 5 or 6 months, 2012. Omar Nargroof wants to know, does eating protein without training build muscle? Or if you eat too much protein, what does the body do to it? No, eating protein doesn't just build muscle because you need a stimulus for muscle growth to have muscle growth occur. You can't just eat protein. Just like you can't just inject and not train and grow muscle, even though you're an idiot and some of you actually think it. Oh, but this is a study that said it. Yeah. I've already done the video on that topic. You're an idiot if you think that. You're not going to get jacked. If you're freaking paralyzed, unfortunately you're paralyzed, and you inject whatever you want, your legs are not going to get jacked because you're not moving them. Okay? Simple. Now, what do you do if you eat too much protein? The protein gets converted to body fat. If you eat too much, calorie surplus, calories in, calories out. Protein doesn't break laws of thermodynamics, even though there's a thermic effect of food. And yeah, I'm not going to get into all that. If you eat too much protein, you're going to get fat. Protein will get converted and stored as adipose tissue. Simple. There's a lot of fitness influencers like Doucette and such preach training arms every day as an actual pro. What do you think of that? I think that they're idiots. You don't want to train your biceps every day. What kind of logic is that? What is it? Nucleus overload training. You need to do 50 sets every freaking day. No! You don't need to train your biceps or your triceps every day to build muscle. You don't. It's not better than not doing it. I personally find training my arms twice a week to be ideal for me. I've been trying 3 days a week, maybe 3. Maybe it's 2 or 3. It's certainly not 1. It might be 2 and it might be 3. It's not 7. It's somewhere between 1 and 7. If you train your arms every day, 7 days a week, I will bet any amount of money that taking a day off and training it 6 days a week is better than 7. Even cardio, it's better to take some time off. You train 7 days a week cardio, you get overtrained, it's not good. So I don't think it's 7 days a week arm training to be superior. It's got to be somewhere between 1 and 7, between 2 and 6, and I'm going to argue between 2 and 3. That's my thoughts. Ilio Dimoknak wants to know, hey, Coach Greg, what's the best training split to gain muscle in your opinion? I think the best training split, other than the one that you want to follow, so assuming you want to do this, is the 3-day split done twice a week, so that you're training your entire body, hey, baby Nikki, twice a week. 3-day split. That's what I believe to be the best training split. It allows you to have more frequent training, to split it apart, and do each muscle group 2 times in a 7-day period. That to me is the best. I think it's superior to doing a 2-day split where you train half your body one day, half the other, and then doing that 2 or 3 times a week. That's just my opinion. You can debate it. It's not proven by science to say, oh yeah, it's not 100% proven beyond a 4-day split. It depends how long you want to train, how much you recover, and so on. But overall, I believe that's the best. I know I've been wondering what your parents look like, and some of my friends also wonder what your genetics are like coming from. Okay, my dad is a little bit overweight and just like a normal build, and my mom is obese and kind of very chubby, whatever, 50 pounds overweight. And my mom is 5 feet tall, 5 foot tall, and big, chubby. And my dad's 5'5.5" maybe, and just a little bit chubby, like a normal people. Not freaky genetics. I remember when I was like 13 asking my mom to bench press, and I think she could do like 45 pounds 3 times. So she wasn't particularly strong. I was carrying the vacuum up the stairs for her when I was 10. Not very strong. My father was never jacked at any point. Had a little tiny bit of muscle and stuff, but just normal genetics. But I clearly maximized what I got from them and put it to good use, okay? My genetics for building muscle are way better than my genetics for cardio. That's why I have more muscle than how fast I am at running and swimming and biking. Remember, I used to do triathlons. I was never very good at them, but I trained really hard, got to a certain point, and I stopped because I was only so good and I was better at bodybuilding. What's the heaviest weight you've been? I've been 232 pounds in the morning, and 236 pounds is the heaviest I've ever stood on a scale and weighed after eating a big meal at nighttime. And that was when I was bulking up to try and break the world record in the 220-pound weight class. Allie's favorite times back then.
You can have all the snacks.
I ate so many snacks. So many snacks. And I would eat like a box of Joe Louis at night. I would get up and eat nuts and jelly beans and stuff.
And then barf every night.
I would throw up in the middle of the night, not because I was purging, but because I was sick to my stomach from force feeding. I had acid reflux. I had to get to the doctor. I forget what medicine he gave me. It started with an L or something for the acid reflux. It was acid reflux. I couldn't eat that much. I constantly felt sick from eating that much food. I was bulking up on purpose to break a record, okay? On purpose, and on a lot of gear. And my bench press was like, I don't know, I was doing like 535 in the gym or something, but I ended up with so much pain in my arm, like I couldn't really bench properly, and I didn't end up breaking the record. I think I went for 555 in the meet, and I got it like 3/4 of the way up, didn't get it. So I didn't break the world record anyway. Whatever, it was a fail. I couldn't train, and I was fat and looked like a whale. It was like literally, babe, remember?
Oh, I remember.
I was laying there and I couldn't sit up,
On the couch, yeah.
and I was probably only like 20, I don't know, maybe 25% body fat. Babe, did I have abs at all? How fat was I? I don't know.
Yeah, I think you still had abs.
I would have still had like at least a 4-pack. So remember, when I say, if you don't have abs, you're fat. I was eating as much as I could to get as fat as possible, and I felt like a whale, and my gut was like 38 inches, the pant size was 38 inches, and I still had abs. You could see them. They didn't look like now. So if you have none at all, you got a lot of fat covering your stomach. Trust me, you just do. Subscribe and click the bell buttons and stuff. This is it for a Q&A. That's it. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro. Follow me on Instagram. We're going to bloop up 2 videos so that you can watch one of the 2 videos. And buy my cookbook because you want to make me rich and famous. Or buy my training book at home. It's only half the price of the cookbook, so I won't be quite as rich. But you can still buy it. It's still a book. It's still good stuff. And until next time, I am out.